Hello, everybody. It's a bit of a different one. Um, yeah. So, as you can see, my aspect ratio is all weird because I'm still out here in the middle of my, oh my god, 8 million views in 7 hours. Um, okay. It's a bit of a different one, as I said before. The Switch 2. Um, Now, we've never really. I mean, we've been expecting a Switch 2, right? And I think that obviously, I wasn't expecting to wake up and see a Switch 2 first look trailer, right? I don't even know what to expect. Um, I had to guess. Hopefully, it has some backwards compatibility with normal Switch games. Um, Probably some. I don't even know. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be like a Switch on steroids, right? Like a souped up Switch. But I don't. I honestly don't know what to expect from this one, right? I'm assuming we might see some new games for it. Uh, but I'm not entirely sure even what to expect. I mean, I love my Switch. I think the Switch might be one of the greatest consoles of all time. I know that its specs aren't amazing, but honestly, anything I could get from like an Xbox or PS4, I could get on a PC, so I really can't justify it. But with the Switch, it's portable. It has very easy plug and play 8 player games. You can do stuff like it's very easy to use, right? It's mobile. It can be hooked up to a TV. I'm assuming that's what's coming back with this. It can definitely be like, I don't know. But it also has its own motion controls. I'm assuming they're also going to have better motion controls on the new Joy-Con if there's Joy-Con. But let's take a look at this because I honestly don't know what to expect. Right, OG Switch. Right. Okay, it's larger. USB port on the Switch itself. That's pretty crazy. Oh, wow. Okay. Slightly bigger Joy-Con. This is neat. Also USB? Both could be USB compatible? Okay. Okay. Guards. They're like the thing. Okay. Right. Oh, they plug into the sides. They like snap. Okay. The new Mario Kart? Oh, wow. So it comes out this year. Nintendo Switch can play both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. Details will be shared. Nintendo website. Okay. The direct will be in 3 months. Okay. Wow. All right. So Obviously, I'm not Linus Tech Tip, so I'm not going to be able to tell you, like, the specs here, but let's just take a look at it real closely. Obviously, there's this fancy animation presentation. So the sides are like concave. Um, there's like a USB port at the top, which is very cool. And the controllers snap instead of lock, or like they snap instead of like slide down the thing. So, set of rails, there are these things. I'm wondering how durable the little like things they snap into are gonna be. Like, I hope they're not so delicate that they can break like only after a couple years of use. So that definitely worries me a little bit. But it seems pretty cool, all things considered. The sleek black design with the very simple red and blue, very modern. Looks like we're getting like a look at like Mario Kart 9, maybe? Someone's freaking out. I mean, I like Mario Kart, but last Mario Kart I played was 8 on the Wii U. So, yeah. People have been waiting for Mario Kart 9. So, I'm curious as to what plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. So, I'm assuming the Switch 2 games are going to be a lot more like, there's going to be a lot more going on, right? And I think we can definitely speculate on what we might see. I think I think we'll definitely see a new Zelda, right? Probably a new mainline Zelda is probably being in the works right now. Um, Obviously, probably a new Mario of some kind. I. It's hard to say whether or not a new Smash Bros. I think we will, but it'll probably be in like 2027. We'll see a new Smash Bros. Because we know that Masahiro Sakurai has had interest in revisiting Smash Bros. Again, so I'd be interested to see that. Obviously, we're gonna get like the other like norms, like a new Pokemon. Obviously, I'm not into Pokemon really at all, so that doesn't really jive or whatever with me. I'm sure we'll get a new Kirby. I'm interested to see what they did with that. I tried like that new Kirby at like a demo of the new Kirby at like a Walmart, and it seems pretty fun. From what I've heard, that new like 3D Kirby game is super popular. Um, Not sure what else we'll see. To be honest, um, 2025 this year. That's pretty wild. Obviously, I'm not going to get a Switch 2 anytime soon. Probably not this year, even. If at all, really. We'll see. Because I already just like my normal Switch, but we'll see if we can, like, transfer game data or whatever, games and stuff over through, like, Nintendo Online. Um, Sort of interested to see what sort of new titles we get and sort of, like, the proper differences because these Joy Cons are larger than the normal ones, so I'm assuming they got more in them, right? Like I'm not, I'm sure it's not just a Joy-Con again, but with like new wrapping around it, right? Like the same tech. I'm assuming we're gonna get something new. We're probably gonna get a new Switch Sports. Hopefully, we get like a Switch Play, like how we had a Wii Play. Um, I'm sure we'll get some demonstration games, right? Just for a demonstration of what it does. Hopefully they come with the console for free and not as like some stupid like thing like 1-2 Switch where it was like you had to pay $60 for it. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm trying to cover my bases. But yeah, probably a new Switch Sports. We'll probably get some more interesting games in those Switch Sports. Maybe we'll just get like maybe they'll take the criticism and make it more like Wii Sports again, but on the Switch with Mii's instead of whatever the weird new Neo Mii's are or whatever they're called. Um, but yeah, it's not like I'm trying to think what else we could get, right? Maybe the Joy Cons, the new ones will probably they might have like some sort of like I'm assuming their motion control is going to be closer to what the Wii had, where it's a bit better than like what the Switch's normal Joy Cons have, but it's hard to say. And the Joy Cons on the Switch ain't bad anyway. It's like they've got still very decent motion control, but I'm assuming they're going to up their game even more when it comes to this. Maybe they'll actually get into some VR stuff. I wouldn't be surprised since I don't know when the new Metroid Prime is coming out, but I'm assuming it's gonna have like its own Switch 2 version, right? Because they announced that Metroid Prime, was it 4? Prime 4? And I'm assuming we'll see some version of that with way better graphics on the Switch 2, or they'll have some specific Switch 2 options. I'm assuming performance, they'll probably maybe they'll get it to actually be at 60 instead of like 30 FPS. I don't know about that, but we'll see. They might be able to do that. It's honestly hard to say. We don't know the specs of this thing. So we'll see in what, April? Yeah, April. We'll see in April. I'll definitely follow what's going on with this though. Pretty interested in what the Switch has going on. I wonder if the Switch 2 will get a KOF, not a KOF, well, maybe a KOF 15 port. I'm curious if it will get a City of the Wolves port, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it does within, like, the first couple of months of it being out. Or, like, the first year, I should say. Because SNK didn't really put much on the Switch in terms of, like, new games. Like, the most we got was Sam Show, and it was really, like, butchered down. And then the other thing we got was SNK Heroines. But I wouldn't be surprised if we got a KOF 15 and maybe a what do you call it? City of the Wolves port. Because SNK has put a ton of stuff on, like they did a lot of stuff, just their retro games, putting it out there on like even back in like the days of the Wii, and then some of it on the Wii U. I don't know what was put on the Wii U, but there's a ton of KOF games on the Switch. Um, I've got quite a few. There's some Fatal Fury games on the Switch. I've got a few of those as well. Um, so I'm interested to see what SNK is going to do. I'm super interested to see what Nintendo's got going. Right now, I'll be like more interested in actually checking out the directs again. Right, like I wouldn't be surprised if we get a new Smash at some point. I hope if we get a new Smash Bros. I genuinely hope that what they do is they trim down the roster. I love Ultimate. We definitely will need like an Ultimate port on the Switch too that has like rollback. That would be great within the first year. But I don't know if they do that. I don't think they're that in touch. But you never know. Um, Another great thing would be to get I think if they do a new Smash, maybe I'll do a whole separate video essay on this because I can see it now. But I'm sure we will. I think what they need to do, obviously, cut down the roster to kind of the essentials. I think what they should do is bring back to like to compensate for the lack of characters. They should bring back custom moves, but the custom moves should have a lot more variety where you can customize your character, but it should have more variety than was in Smash 4, and it should all be from the get-go instead of having to go unlock it. Should bring back a new subspace sort of mode that was better than World of Light. World of Light was a step in the right direction compared to Smash 4. Hopefully, Sakurai can get a proper push in the right direction. Obviously, more crossover characters will be great. Hopefully, some better mechanics, more nuanced, like more interesting mechanics. Smash Bros. Mechanics already are very great, but it'd be cool if we could get like some stuff we saw in Smash Ultimate, but for like all characters to a degree. Like, you look at some of the fighting game characters and they have some interesting stuff. Like, in 1v1s, all characters should be able to like face each other or something. That would be great. And then what you could do is with like instead of having to do like a short hop button, or instead of you could do something where you press both jumps and like A, and it'll auto turn you around for something. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to a new Smash game if we see that. Mario Kart, new Mario Kart, that's confirmed. It looks like. Interested to see what they do with that. Right? What's the new gimmick going to be around that? Assuming we'll see a new Mario Party. I actually played a little bit of the Mario Party on the Switch. It was pretty fun. New Zelda, probably. Right? I'm kind of interested to see where they go story-wise. I have not played Echoes of Wisdom. I want to. But we'll see if that date ever comes. But yeah, Switch 2, it opens a lot of doors for new shit. Probably some new first-party titles from Nintendo. They always do that with each sort of console. Some of them are successes, some of them are flops. Maybe we'll get an ARMS 2, and it'll actually be a lot better than ARMS 1. I haven't played ARMS 1, but I heard that it had potential, but it just didn't do very well. And clearly Nintendo didn't want to completely forget about it. Oh, new Splatoon. We'll definitely see like a Splatoon 4 on here. I think that's par for the course at this point, where we see a new Splatoon. I'm interested to see what they would do with that, because I know Splatoon 3 was a massive success. Splatoon 2 definitely sold the console quite a bit. Then Mario Odyssey sold it even more. Then Smash Bros. Sold it way more. And then it became like one of the top ones. Hopefully they also don't fumble this one, right? It's like every other console, Nintendo, like every other console since the Nintendo 64 has been a flop. Like every other console, you have like, you go GameCube wasn't successful, Wii, super successful. Wii U was not successful, Switch, super successful. Switch 2, hopefully doesn't follow that trend. Hopefully we get, like, hopefully it's good, right? I hope Nintendo has learned from their decades of mistakes in the past, and that this will be a good one. They're changing up the gimmick, and I'm not sure how good the clicking into things will be. I'm sure there'll be something that will go wrong with that. I can kind of already see it, like day one, Linus Tech Tips talking about it, but we don't know. It could just be fine. It does worry me a little bit. Sleek new design, I like it. I'm sure we'll get some, people that hate it, but I don't mind it. I think it's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of the Steam Deck's look almost. I remember I was thinking to myself yesterday, I'm like, damn, I should get a Steam Deck at some point if I'm thinking about traveling at all. But Switch 2 might be in the horizon for me. There are some games that are just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure Bandai Namco will have their own exclusive game on here. I'm sure there'll be some other ones. So I'm interested to see what we get. Obviously, Smash will probably be a Bandai Namco creation again. But yeah, I've yammered for long enough. I don't know if I'm going to edit this one. Maybe not. Probably not. I don't feel like it today. So, thank you to everybody for watching. Sorry if you've heard me say a bunch of times. But I appreciate everybody who tuned in. As always, tell me what you think the Switch 2 is even going to have on it. Games-wise, what do you think the specs are going to be? Comment down below, man. I honestly don't know. And then, yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.